Chapter 702, The Mad Dentist. It starts with me and Nico in Arnold's boarding house. We were having a talk with Arnold about one of his deeds. Me, so Arnold, we wanted to talk to you about one of your great deeds. We heard that you tried to help Mr. Hayden find his long-lost daughter. Arnold, I sure did, JD. But I thought I failed that. Nico, I think that was really sweet of you to try and help him reunite him with his daughter. Arnold, thanks Nico. Me, let's go talk to Mr. Hayden about it. Arnold, okay. We were in Mr. Hayden's room. Mr. Hayden, Vietnamese accent, so what brings you all here? Me, we would like to ask you what happened when you were separated from your daughter my Hayden. I know this is something you don't like talking about, but you don't have to tell us right away. Mr. Hayden, no. You all have a right to know. It was a long time ago. Many years ago I lived in another country. I lived in Vietnam in Southern Asia. I was a young man with a family. A beautiful baby girl. I called her Mai. I was the luckiest man in the world. At night, I used to dream about our future together and watch Mai grow up and go to school. To see her be happy. But there was trouble in my country. There was a war in the north. And every day, the fighting was coming closer and closer. I knew this would not be a good place for my child to grow up. I could not keep her safe. Maybe not have enough food for her to eat. So I decided we must try to get out. We must try to find a better life. Everyone was trying to get out. Everywhere there was confusion. So now I got through. The only way out of the city was by helicopter. There were too many people. I begged a soldier, please take us. Help us find a new life. But he could not. There was only room for one person. Then I had to make the most difficult decision of my life. I knew I had to do the best thing for Mai. I knew if I gave Mai to the soldier, they would take care of her. They would find a home for her. And then as soon as I could, I would get out of the country and find her again. As the helicopter left, the soldier called out the name of the city. This city, he said, to find her here. I had tears streaming down my face. Me, the Vietnam War. It separated you back 44 years ago. And the fall of Saigon was the cause. Nico, that war tore so many people apart. Me, yet. Nothing good ever comes out of war. My father was almost deployed to Vietnam. The fall of Saigon was the battle that ended the Vietnam War. April 30th, 1975 was the darkest day in Vietnam's history. The fall of Saigon, or the liberation of Saigon, was the capture of Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam, by the People's Army of Vietnam, PAVN, and the Viet Cong on April 30th, 1975. The event marked the end of the Vietnam War and the start of a transition period to the formal reunification of Vietnam into the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The PAVN, under the command of General Vien Tin Dng, began their final attack on Saigon on April 29, 1975, with the Army of the Republic of Vietnam, ARVN, forces commanded by General Nguyen Vien Ton suffering a heavy artillery bombardment. This bombardment at the Tan Son Nhat International Airport killed the last two American servicemen killed in combat in Vietnam, Charles McMahon and Darwin Judge. By the afternoon of the next day, the PAVN had occupied the important points of the city and raised their flag over the South Vietnamese Presidential Palace. The city was renamed Ho Chi Minh City, after the late North Vietnamese President Ho Chi Minh. The capture of the city was preceded by Operation Frequent Wind, the evacuation of almost all the American civilian and military personnel in Saigon, along with tens of thousands of South Vietnamese civilians who had been associated with the Southern regime. The evacuation was the largest helicopter evacuation in history. In addition to the flight of refugees, the end of the war and the institution of new rules by the communists contributed to a decline in the city's population. The Vietnam War was a terrible war that lasted for 19 years, 5 months, 4 weeks and 1 day from November 1st, 1955 April 30th, 1975. The cause of the war was because the northern side of Vietnam was wanting to control the south side of Vietnam. It was back during the Cold War with Russia. Arnold, that's awful. Me, speaking Vietnamese, Phi La Mt Kin Hum Khng Kip IVBNC. Translation, that must have been an awful experience for you both. Mr. Hyun, speaking Vietnamese, no si. NHNG Arnold Toi A with tilde C on TV Con Gai Katoi Cho Ln Utien Trong 20 NM. Translation, it was. But thanks to Arnold I was reunited with my daughter for the first time in 20 years. Me, Toi RTHNH Phuc Cho BNC. I'm so happy for you both. Nico, I didn't know you could speak in Vietnamese, JD. Me, I'm very multilingual Nico. When you travel all over the planet as much as I have you tend to learn languages you never could access. Mr. Hyun, I believe it JD. Nico, me too. Arnold, that's quite a talent you have there JD. What languages do you know? Me, this might seem hard to imagine but I know every single language all over the planet. Arnold, that's amazing. Me, it sure is. Thank you for sharing your story with us Mr. Hyun. Mr. Hyun, you're welcome. My device beeped and it meant that trouble was brewing. Me, uh-oh. We have a mission. We went back to the estate. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Back at the estate we went to the computer. We saw that a wacko dentist named Dr. Bender was causing trouble. Me, Dr. Bender? Timmy T, you would hate this guy JD. He's a crazy wacko dentist that likes to rip out people's teeth. He doesn't clean people's teeth. He collects them by ripping them out of people's mouths while his patients writhe in excruciating agony. Me, this guy is no dentist. He's an insanely fucked up whack job. Stacy, no kidding. He has a nasty reputation. He's not like Dr. Paradigm. Me, no thank goodness. But he doesn't deserve to be a dentist. And Ms. Rita is a dentist and she would never resort to all that. Lincoln, that's true. She is. Mom is a great dentist. Stone Man, I don't think Wiley or Dr. Light have taken me to the dentist before. Me, I don't think robots need to go to a dentist. Then an explosion blasted in and in came the strongest and toughest fairy in the universe, Jürgen von Strangle. Me, Jürgen von Strangle. Jürgen, Arnold Schwarzenegger accent, JD. Knudsen. It's an honor to finally meet you in person. Me, you too Jürgen. Jürgen, hugs Timmy Turner. How are you? Timmy, I'm feeling a bit squished right now. Can I please have my spine back? Me, you may want to let him go Jürgen. Jürgen, oops. Sorry. He did so. Me, we're going after Dr. Bender. He's ruining the work of the Tooth Fairy. Jürgen, what? Me, I know it's shocking. But we have to make sure that Dr. Bender is locked away in the one place where he'll never touch a single tooth in another person's mouth again, the Saturn Insane Asylum. You want to come with us Jürgen? Jürgen, it'll be an honor. Me, let's get him. Team Loud Phoenix Storm, let's fly. We set out for Dimmsdale, California. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. We flew over California. Maria, Stacy, whenever you're Shred Girl, do you sometimes have trouble controlling your shark mind? Stacy, no. I'm now in full control and so are my family. Trudy, yep. It's awesome being part flying fish. Valerie, and it's great being part megalodon. Manafi, I've noticed that Paradigm really made a lot of people's clothing bills go up with the transformations they go through. May, I noticed too. Even in death, Dr. Paradigm has raked up a huge bill for clothing. Me, you got that right. Ed, can we rip out Bender's teeth so we can give them to the Tooth Fairy? Me, we will, and his teeth will fetch a fortune. Not only that, but we're gonna sue him for everything he's got and more after we're finished with him. Lincoln? Oh yeah. Laney, let's get him. We saw Dr. Bender's building and we flew in. Dr. Bender was working on his next patient. Dr. Bender, I'm going to enjoy ripping and slash or yanking your teeth out, and my son Wendell is going to help me. Maniacal laughter. Then a massive fiery explosion blasted in through the roof and a phoenix cry was heard and we arrived. Dr. Bender, hello, Team Loud Phoenix Storm. I don't think you have an appointment with me. So, I'm afraid you will have to leave. Dead end, why bother trying to kick us out of here? You know you're going to get your just desserts anyway. Me, Dr. Bender, you're under arrest. Dr. Bender, on what charges? Me, for 100,000 counts of torture and insane unauthorized dental procedures. So we'll give you two choices. You can come with us quietly or we can take you in by force. So what's it gonna be? Dr. Bender, if I'm going with you, I'll take all of you with me to hell. Sora, you know, you sound just like my friend Yago. Dr. Bender, don't remind me of that bird brain. He chose to join you heroes when he could have continued with his perfect life of crime. Me, that was his choice. Spanish accent, sounds like you have trouble. Out came an ugly freak. It was Salvador Kumo. Salvador was a middle-aged man with brown skin and green eyes. His hair was gray and he had a long, pointed mustache. He wore a white shirt, black pants, and black shoes. He also had a reptilian tongue. He used to wear the Jitsu-Zera amulet. As a Komodo dragon, he was slightly taller, with a dark green back and light green tummy. He had also a long tail and reptilian eyes. Salvador Kumo, need some help, Bender? Bender, what do you think? Lizard breath. Omi, Tibetan accent, Salvador Kumo. Me, who is that ugly freak? Omi, that's Salvador Kumo. Lori, he is literally the most ugliest freak ever. Like Raimundo, Salvador had a similar lifestyle, mopping up everyone else's dirt, grime, and trash. Tired of his pathetic lifestyle, Salvador decided to create a new lifestyle, and got into the cunning game. He became so good at doing evil, that he was recognized on the Halen side, and became one of the most dangerous criminals in the world. Me, yet. I take it he's one of the Halen freaks? Raimundo, he is. And he's one of the vainest of them all. Me, oh great. And if there's one thing I hate more, it's a vain freak of nature. Jurgen, do you know what you could have caused, Bender? You pushed Timmy into making everyone the same appearance and nearly got all the fairies blown up. And don't get me started on your other crimes. Dr. Bender, and what are you gonna do about it? Me, knock all your teeth out, you lunatic freak. Nico, Dr. Bender and Wendell, you two have failed the world of dentistry and oral hygiene. Salvador Kumo then turned into a Komodo dragon. Me, he's a Komodo dragon. The largest lizard in the world. Lisa, and they also have a poisonous bite that prevents its prey from escaping or moving. Then Kumo bit Jurgen in the arm. But he wasn't in the least bit affected. Raimundo, dude, how are you not poisoned? We saw Kumo bite you. Jurgen, my body is more resilient than the other fairies, my wind-using friend. Flexes his right arm, the teeth of all villains, poisonous or not, don't even scratch these powerful biceps. Me, you are one powerful guy, Jurgen. Maria, steals one of Bender's drills, can I have this? Thanks. Drills out Kumo's teeth, there. Now Kumo can't poison us with his bite. Me, he looks better toothless. I kicked Kumo in the face and he reverted back and out came 4 Shen Gong Wu, the crystal glasses, the tangled web comb, changing chopsticks, and the fist of Tibigong. Me, thanks for the Shen Gong Wu, lizard lips. Nico, you can use the fist of Tibigong. Nico, you got it, man. Let's get them. I fired a powerful energy blast and completely obliterated Salvador Kumo in an instant. All that was left of him was his Jitsuzera amulet. I took it as a trophy. Dojo, I never did like that Spanish jerk. Me neither Dojo. To Bender, you are next Dr. Toothy. Dr. Bender, you will have to get past them first. Dr. Bender then called forth a huge army of his own robots. Look at all these robots. Lana, they are perfect for my new friend to chomp on. Lana pulled out a remote control and pressed a button and there was a rumbling sound and then out came Zilla Jr. Lily, that is awesome. Let's get these overgrown tin cans. Street sharks, shark attack. We went at the robots and punched and blasted them into scrap metal. Turns out they were powered by dark warps. And each one we destroyed we got more powerful. Zilla fired a powerful blast of emerald green fire from his mouth and it hit the robots and exploded. He slashed them with his claws and slammed his tail into them and destroyed them. Jurgen, okay, why did I suddenly get a sudden burst of strength and power? We get more powerful by absorbing negative energy and it makes us far more powerful. Jurgen, wow. I like it. It's time for some heavy hardware. Autobot Cyber Key Power. The Autobot Cyber Planet Key went into my device on my arm and out came Scattershot's missile launchers and they had 2 more bigger missile launchers pop out. Sweet. I got Scattershot's launchers. I fired lasers and numerous missile blasts and they hit the robots and blew them all to pieces in a huge explosion that destroyed the whole building. When the smoke cleared, there was nothing left of the whole building but smoking rubble. Dr. Bender, you destroyed my whole building. And now you are going down. Yoshi, to Bender, good luck trying to get my teeth. Or any teeth at all. Zilla roared. Dr. Bender then had a wicked robot suit. Nice robot suit. Dr. Bender, why thank you. I'm going to enjoy yanking and slash or ripping your teeth out. Oh, you wouldn't want to rip my teeth out. Dr. Bender, oh? And why not? I take out a pair of pliers and pull out one of my teeth and another one grew back in its place. And the tooth was beeping? Because my teeth are bombs. I threw the tooth and it exploded when it hit the suit and it exploded with the explosive power of a thermobaric bomb. Crab bo ho 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 I am. When the smoke cleared, Dr. Bender's suit was completely reduced to scrap. Dr. Bender got up. Didn't expect that, did you? You see, my teeth are also explosive bombs. They pack the explosive power of 8 tons of C4. Almost equivalent to that of a small nuke. Now it's time to make you suffer without your teeth. It's combo and final smash time. Dead End, you got it, JD. Cyber Key Power. Dead End had the Earth Cyber Planet Key go into the back of his compressor cannon and 4 more blasters came out and enhanced his cannon's power to 500,000 psi. Stone Man, Giganteon Cyber Key Power. The Giganteon Cyber Planet Key went into his back and he got a mighty hammer made of pure rock and it had spikes. Dead End and Stone Man, Earthquake Hammer Blast Slam. Dead End fired his cannon and Stone Man slammed his hammer into Dr. Bender and the blast followed and crushed him flatter than a dozen pancakes. Fireflight, my turn. Cyber Key Power. The Earth Cyber Planet Key went into the back of his engines and enhanced his flying speed to Mach 20 and enhanced his weapons and more missile launchers appeared on him. Yoshi, Nintendo Animatron Cyber Key Power. The Animatron Cyber Planet Key went into Yoshi's device and it gave him the ability to throw an infinite number of eggs and fire 3 eggs at the same time and gave him the power to summon all his friends like in his final smash on SSBU. Fireflight and Yoshi, Yoshi Stampede Firestorm. Yoshi called forth hundreds of Yoshis and Fireflight fired lots of missiles and they hit Dr. Bender and exploded. Crab bo ho 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 I am. Laney, time for some explosive weapons. Power Bow. Laney called forth the Pink Ranger's power bow and fired a pink energy arrow and it hit Dr. Bender and exploded. Kaboom. Lincoln. Nice shot, Laney. Laney. Thanks, big bro. Docho. Now it's time for our final smashes. I'll start things off. Dragon Fire Inferno. Dojo fired a tremendous blast of fire from his mouth and it turned into a dragon and it hit Dr. Bender and Wendell and exploded. Crab ho 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 hum. Jurgen, my turn. Fury of the Strongest Fairy. Jurgen fired a powerful blast of energy from his big wand and it hit Dr. Bender and exploded with the power of 120 tons of C4 explosives. Crab ho 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 I am. When the smoke cleared, Dr. Bender and Wendell were beaten. Laney used her plant powers and tied them down. Me, now let's see how you like having your teeth ripped out. I pull out a dentist drill. Me, I promise you this is going to be excruciatingly painful. Jurgen, to the viewers, even I am not that sadistic. I did the drilling and ripped out all his teeth and he was screaming like a baby. Eddie, sees Bender's drilled out teeth. How much do you think the Tooth Fairy will give us for those teeth? Jurgen, I actually know the Tooth Fairy. Me, I heard you are married to her, Jurgen. Jurgen, oh yes. She's the most beautiful fairy in the universe. Me, I can tell. Fireflight, what do we do with Wendell? Me, we'll throw him into the same cell with his dad. We got his teeth out and he was now toothless. We turned his teeth into the Tooth Fairy and she gave us $400,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 in gold coins. Dr. Bender was declared criminally insane and he was committed to the Saturn Insane Asylum Maximum Security Section. Wendell was thrown into the same cell with his dad like I said. During the battle Nico caught a Blissey and a Tyranitar. We had 4 more Shen Gongwu and 1 more Halen member was destroyed. Dr. Bender was sued for $850,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 by all the people whose teeth he ripped out. The people won the lawsuit and Dr. Bender's dentist license was revoked and he will never be allowed to perform in the world of dentistry again. Meanwhile in Retroville, something evil was getting ready to emerge. Flippy, lucky for me, I managed to keep some of Jimbo's dad's brain power to keep me alive. And it looks like there's no one here. So I have this place all to myself. Those stupid kids didn't just make me someone else's problem. They made me everyone else's problem. Because the entire world's about to become mine for the taking. The end. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Another fanfiction complete. Dr. Bender was one of the most craziest villains in the Fairly Odd Parents. Gilbert Gottfried did a great job voicing him and it was so funny. Nico-chan 11 gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks man as usual. The opening scene is based on Arnold's Christmas. I saw the scene where Arnold talked to Mr. Hayden and it was sad. The Vietnam War tore so many families apart back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and the scars are still there even after 44 plus years. I don't know how to speak Vietnamese in real life but it's one of the hardest known languages in the world next to Korean, Chinese and Russian. What I said about my dad was true. He was almost deployed during Vietnam. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.